Hey everybody, welcome back to Beyond the Beard with me, Born Bearded Dave. I hope everybody is having a great day today. How is everybody doing today? Let's see here in just a second. We're going to go ahead and shout out all the guys that have come in and got some more people rolling in. So I want to give it a few minutes. Got some announcements to make at the beginning of the show. Just kind of want to get that out there and kind of get that out of the way. Some important stuff that's coming up that I make sure everybody in here is aware of. And that should be awesome. And we'll do that right after we say hi to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and start up here. Let's see. So to start off at 9, about almost 10 a.m. this morning, we had Chris coming in. Chris, appreciate you coming in. Hope everything's going well with you, brother. Lewis, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you being here. Baker says he's stopping in to say hi. He's heading to bed. It's been a long day. Get some rest, brother. Hope everything is going well with you and the family. We've got Alicia. Appreciate you being here. Lionsbane. Appreciate you being here, brother. Hope everything is going well. We got Raised Bearded AA Ron. Aaron, appreciate you being in. Viking Papa, appreciate you being here, brother. Hope everything is going well. And we got Lewis's other half here. We got Ms. Kiki. Appreciate you being in today. And of course, we got the infamous Miss K. Appreciate you being here, babe. Looks like Chris just came back in for the day. Appreciate you being here, man. Kenny, it's good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Romy, hope everything is going well with you. Valhar, it's good to see you guys. Appreciate you being here. And we got this guy, Jay, brother. Appreciate you being here, man. I hope everything's going well. And we got Ellie. Ellie, appreciate you being here. I hope everything's going well with you guys. Let's see. I am not too far behind, I don't think. We got a few other people that have popped in. See if I can find them here. Let's see, where did I stop? Okay, we got Ellie. Randall, appreciate you being here. Hope everything's going great. And we have True North Beer Co. Chris, appreciate you guys being here and all the support that you guys show. Rob, appreciate you being here, brother. A community, absolutely. That's what this is all about, right? Yeah, community. All right. Everybody's saying hi. Everybody's saying hi. And yes, guys, anybody who's in the path of the tornado warnings, please stay safe. Keep your ears open for it. And if you guys wouldn't mind, and if you guys would like to do so, please every once in a while throw an update in the chat, and definitely do whatever you can to stay safe. Let's see. Viking Papa, appreciate you being here. I'm not sure if I mentioned you earlier or not. Been a long day already. Damn dot lady. Yep, that would be Miss K. That dot lady. And if you guys wouldn't mind, hit that like button on your way in. It shows YouTube that you appreciate the content, and I definitely appreciate everything you guys are doing. Lewis, appreciate you being here, brother. Beer tied up tonight, Dave. A game changer. Sleeping for me as of late. Yep. I tie up my beard every night. There's only a couple times you can wake up with your beard wrapped around your ear, or go to get up and you have your hand down on your beard, and you start to learn pretty quick. Yeah, I need to tie it up. Robert Allen, appreciate you being here. Hope everything is going well. Let's see. Everyone be safe with that wild weather. Absolutely. Let's see. Romy, I'm lightweight terrified for what I'll wake up to tomorrow. I'm about to pack a bug out bag. You know what? Definitely do that, Romy, and just keep me posted on how you doing, man. And our thoughts and our prayers are with you guys that are in the path and or anywhere near the path. Just keep us updated, and above all, keep yourself safe. Abe, appreciate you being here, brother. I hope everything is going well with you. Throwing out those emojis. Love seeing it. Love seeing it. Randall. All right. I think we are caught up here, guys. Just about there. Everybody saying hi. Mark Johnson, appreciate you being here. Yeah, it's great seeing, all these familiar names popping in. It's you guys choose to come in here on a late night on a Tuesday and on Saturdays when AA Ron is on with me, and we really appreciate all of your guys' support, and I can't thank you enough for all the support that you guys show. All right, guys, so we have 23 people in here. I want to get some announcements out of the way real quick. Chances are he'll probably pop in for a little bit later. He typically tries to make a stop in, but I think all of us here know Coffee with Brewer Mike. TBR, the Bearded Respect, will be doing a auction on this Friday, I believe it is. Let me see. It'll be this Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, and that is going to be for the Zero Prostate Cancer charity. So make sure to check them out. And I'm sure that even if you can't put in on an auction, I'm sure they would appreciate you being there and for the support for what they're doing. A bunch of great guys there, and you really can't go wrong just by being there and supporting what they are doing. This is a great charity. They've done this charity for a couple of years now, and it's just going to be an awesome time. So we will definitely see you guys there. Lewis, appreciate that super sticker. Appreciate that, guys. And Jay, I appreciate your support more than you know, brother. So thank you so much for the membership, and for the guys that are just coming in that are not members. There's no special content that's currently going to be released for that. You just get your name in green. You get a few emojis that kind of help show your support, and I really do appreciate it, guys. Everything you guys do to support this channel and have supported this channel for, man, I think we're going on, I think in the end of or beginning of September, I think we'll be at 2 years. So, but hey, it's working out, and I appreciate you guys' support. Let's see. Robert Allen, $5 and a Dub Truck squeezed in. Yup, there you go, man. I'll be there on Friday with my wallet and bidding paddle ready. Yep, I'm pretty sure they got their stuff set up. So yeah, we will definitely be in there, if nothing else, to show our support for what they're doing, guys. So don't forget, Zero Prostate Cancer, the Bearded Respect, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. All right, guys. So there is that. Let me see here. All right. Get those bidding paddles, absolutely. It absolutely is. It really is. And we're really looking forward to it. It's one of those things that they've been planning for a little while, and they do it yearly. And the amount that they bring in to help this charity it's simply amazing. So there is that. I got a couple other announcements. I just kind of want to get these out of the way right at the beginning here. And don't forget, mark your calendars for 4/9 and 4/10. April 9th and 10th, 5 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. Me and Ray's Bearded, we will be doing a 24-hour live stream for Nerd HQ. It's a charity that donates to therapists. Well, they take donations for therapy sessions. So we'll be doing that. We're going to have more information on that coming as it gets closer. We have Tyson from Copper Johns that's wanting to be a part of it. Is what that has introduced me to Nerd HQ. They're gonna have people in to explain more of what the charity is about, and it's gonna be a fun time, guys. So make sure to mark your calendars for that. And we have this guy coming in. Chief, appreciate you being here, brother. Hope everything is going well. And let's see. All those emojis, Chief. Everybody saying hi. Thank you. I appreciate that. It is an amazing cause, and it fits so well for what this channel is about. So it's going to be amazing. And let's see. I will show that a little later. Got something else to pull up for you guys. All right. All right. So let's see. It says Segway, but it looks like Subway logo. There you go. Food Segway. Yep. All right, guys. All right, guys. So, now I'm going to ask one of the first questions that I typically ask on this show. And it is as simple as this, guys. What wins do you have for this week? Definitely want to celebrate those wins. We want to talk about those wins. And hey, if you're having a rough time and you just need to vent it out and you want some community support, that's what we are here for. We're here to help one another. We got some topics to go through today and to talk about. It's gonna be a fun night. We're not gonna get too deep unless somebody needs the help, guys. And that brotherhood is what brings us all together. So let's see. It's only a matter of time. Yep. Excuse me. Yeah, we eventually get into that food segue. That's you can almost count on it. Thanks y'all for letting me know what that sticker was. Yeah, I haven't really looked into the sticker much, but it does I don't know. It's one of those things that's in there. It gives you a little emoji in the chat, I believe, and it might pop up on screen. I know Brewer did one I want to say a couple of weeks ago, and that kind of surprised me. I didn't even know I had that set. So let's see. Abe said he installed an outdoor faucet. Nice. Let's see. Chief says he's got the title to his wife's pilot today. Woohoo. Awesome. Awesome. That's always awesome when you get something taken care of and it's done, and you don't have to worry about that payment no matter. It's awesome. Kenny says he's been able to spend the whole week with his daughter. No school for her, no work for me. That's awesome. Be able to spend time with family and kind of, sometimes you need that, that few days at least just to be with family, and helps get your mind right. That's awesome. Romy says, I'm still here in the background doing a cheek lineup, just in case it gets wild tomorrow. Got to have clean lines. There you go, man. And again, everybody, if you are in the tornado warning areas, be safe and make sure you're prepped and ready in case you need to take off. And we do that every time we start getting some bad wildfires up here. It seems like when one starts, there's several that tend to go on. So we'll get a bag together just so we can just grab it and go if we need to. So no harm in prepping. All that stuff can be put back away after the season, right? Yep, that's awesome, Kenny. Hi, Emma. Let's see. Completed a marathon this weekend, first under my belt, having my family cheering me on. on the course, and getting support from our online community was absolutely worth all the pain to get through. That's awesome. That is an awesome win. And congratulations for making it through that and for having your family there to support you. It's awesome. Let's see. Alicia said, I made some homemade spaghetti sauce in the crock pot today, and we had spaghetti for dinner. Christopher has been asking for it for about a week. Nice. Nice. A little early for this food segue, but I'm sure we're going to get back to it. That is an awesome win. Yeah. Yep. Reiki, appreciate you being here, brother. Hope everything is going well with you. Miss K, Emma is watching Kids Tube. She's been joining on the lives, but I think she's getting tired. Yeah, it is a late night so far. So, Viking Pop said, my son decided to leave a bad relationship. Don't know if it's permanent, but his mom and I are happy to have him home. There you go. And I've been there, where things have happened, and sometimes going home is one of those things that helps you just get your mind straight and get your mind back together, and knowing that you have the support from your family. So that is awesome, and enjoy the time that he's there. Let's see, priorities. Yep, absolutely. Romy, hopefully it doesn't come to that, but we'll be praying for you and anyone in that area. Absolutely. Everybody's saying hi to Frankie. Yeah, congrats on the long run. Amazing. That is awesome. Let's see. Matthew competed at the college, and we will find out the results at the end of the week, hopefully. Well, you know what? Definitely let us know because I'm really excited to see how he placed, and very proud of him. True North, I tried Oodgasm butter. It's amazing. I'm surprised I haven't tried that one yet, but I have not tried that one yet. Josh, appreciate you being here. Hope everything is going well with you. Rob says he had a great visit with the True North crew yesterday. That's awesome. That is actually on my bucket list. I have every intent on making a pit stop at the North Crew uh, area. Whether it be the shop or whatever. Definitely looking forward to meeting Chris and Tara and Lil Finn, and if Lala's around, even Lala. So, pop up with Jess on Saturday. Was a bad day to do it. Gotcha. Well, have to talk about that later. Figure out what was going on, but hey, you did it. That's a plus right there. Dave, did I send you the picture of my collection and my unboxings? You did, and that's awesome, man. That's awesome. It's an ever growing collection when you start getting into beard care, and it's absolutely did. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and start bringing up some topics, and I got some questions for you guys, and some, like I said, nothing too heavy tonight. Just something to kind of get the mind going a little bit. Um, so let's see. The skills everyone should learn, but most people don't. Examples would be, basic cooking, managing money, fixing small things around the house, communication skills, or reading people. Um, what skill what skill should everyone learn? And what skill do you think every man should learn? And what skill do you wish someone taught you earlier? What skill should everyone learn? And what skill do you wish someone taught you earlier? I think it was because the home and garden show was this past weekend, so just a bad time problem. Gotcha. Reading a tape measure? Yep. That's definitely one that most people should know how to read one. I'm not the greatest at it, but definitely how to read one. Yep. Uh, I also had a coworker that attended the home garden show. Got it. How to stick to a budget. Yep, that's an important one. Yeah, and that's one that some people don't they don't learn until way later in life. And yep. Reading a real map. Yep, because if electronics go down, you still need to figure out how to, you still need to know how to get to where you're going. And I'll be honest, I haven't looked at a map in years. So yeah, I think everyone did. Uh, I thought that in my woodshop classes, chief. Yep. Everyone should learn how to change a tire. You never know when you'll need it. Absolutely agree. And I think that goes for everybody. I think they should learn how to change a tire. It's not the most difficult thing, but it's probably one of the most practical things you can do to get the tire changed and get out of the road. That way, you're not taking a chance of something happening. So, well, I get, yeah, that's a skill that people should learn. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but they do have edibles, so they don't absolutely have to learn how to roll one. Money management, basic car maintenance. I wish somebody taught me about investing. Still learning that on my own. Right, right. I agree. Absolutely agree. Everybody should know how to change a tire, in my opinion. Yep. Let's see. Money management. Yep. Uh, that's through the Cheech and Chong song school. Yep. Everyone should learn to properly park a vehicle. Right. Yep. Because I mean, one of the areas that it really matters the most, especially, is like when you're in those the big cities where you have small spaces to get into, and you have to parallel park and know how to get in there. Yeah. Valhar, I wish I learned how money worked before banks threw loans and credit cards at us as soon as we graduated high school. Right, and then you got to take consider the student loans and everything. I mean, your first day, even in a community college, yeah, they got their tents out there waiting to hand you money. Tell a 18-year-old kid, hey, what? Here's 10 grand to 50 grand, and we're just gonna make sure we collect for the rest of your life. But they don't mention that part. So let's see. I wish I knew more about the health benefits. It's still confusing to me when I have to renew through work. Right. And some of it is so confusing too. So absolutely understand that one as well. Now we've gone through several changes where we're at. Now you were here and they were doing changes then. That hasn't stopped. So savings account is my real answer. Yep. Yep. I wish someone taught me about money management, taxes, credit, etc. It's criminal that it's not taught in schools, right? Especially when it's that much a part of just getting through your adulthood, or just adulthood in general. All of these things. Absolutely agree. To build a fire and shelter, what? I agree. I love the outdoors, and I think everybody should know how to. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, and from one day to the next, and or you wind up getting stuck somewhere, getting snowed in somewhere, or whatever. Yeah, it's a good skill to need. Yep. If the grid goes down, I'm joining everyone else freaking out. Well, the grid goes down, Romy. Yeah, I don't know if freaking out's going to be the best thing for you, but Valor double jinx. How to properly maintain a quality beard, and I, I agree. It surprised me with when I started using oils that this is something that is still relatively new. Um, I think maybe over the last decade, maybe just a little bit longer. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of information out there now, and it's great information. Uh, let's see, Chief Map Compass. Yep. Let's see. Great minds think alike. Mark says he's an Eagle Scout or member 2 knots. Only knot I know is Slipknot. I push my fingers. Yep. Josh says conflict resolution, basic problem solving, and basic home maintenance. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Let's see, Jay, I learned how to much play in 8th grade about twice a year, every year after that. 2 surgeries, internal brace bed a couple of years ago. And I no longer roll my ankle. Gotcha. And how to defend yourself. Absolutely agree with this. You can't always rely on others for your defense. And knowing the basics of how to defend yourself is so important. You know, absolutely agree, Chief. Health benefits is truly a joke. Just take my money for me to still have me pay money because of a deductible. Should my uh, payment every paycheck go to deductible? No. There's definitely changes that need to be made, and some things that need to be looked at. So, at least I wish someone would have taught me how to stand up for myself before I got so sick of it and lost my shit. Yeah. Yep. And sometimes it takes us longer than some people take longer than others to realize, hey, I need to stand up for myself. Enough is enough. You know. David must have got. David must have forgot. Do you need to wet the beard to put butter in or liquid butter in? You do for oil. So typically, what I do, Lewis, is I will put the oil in, and most people will use the butter in the evenings. So I will put the oil in shortly after the shower when it's patted dry, but it's still damp. I'll put the oil in. I'll wait 3 to 5 minutes, and yeah, the beer's probably still going to be damp. I'll even take a little spray bottle and just do a quick little spray, and then add butter. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Everyone should know how to unclog a toilet. Plunger, snake, whatever it takes. Oh. It ain't me. It took standing up for the boys, Mama Bear here, to realize I should also stand for myself. Yep. See, there you go. So yeah. Anytime, Lewis. Just you want your beard damp to absorb as much of that that hydration is possible. But yeah, absolutely. Yep. Yep. I got everybody going. All right, guys. So yeah, absolutely agree. From the defense to the money handling to knowing basic the basic automotive repairs to basic home repairs. Absolutely agree. How to drive a stick. You see, I think that's sadly, I think that's sadly going further and further away. But I agree. I actually enjoy the hell out of a standard. Really enjoy driving a standard. So, um, but I mean, it's fun, and I agree. No, yep. Let's see. Let's see what else we can pull up here. Mm. All right, guys. How about small habits that quietly change your life? Um, for example, getting in a habit of drinking more water, walking every day, getting up earlier, turning your phone off a little earlier at night, grooming, self care routines. What's one small habit that made a big difference in your life? And what is there a habit that you're trying to build to right now? What's one small habit that made a big difference in your life? And what's is a habit that you're trying to build right now? Yep. Yeah, I do too. Yep. Yep. Self care. Absolutely. Absolutely. I learned many moons ago that then never drove a manual again. Although still could now. Yep. I can drive a stick if I could drive a stick if my life depended on it, but never learned very well. Even some truck drivers don't have to know anymore. Yeah, hitting the gym. Let's go. Got to do it. Yep. My dad taught me to drive a stick on a logging road when I was 13. Walking and being more active. I've lost a lot of weight. Health got much better. There you go. Absolutely. And that's with my current transfer, there's a whole lot more walking, and that's been helping me a lot with my stamina and everything else. That's awesome. Had a 6 speed that such a fun car, right? I had a little MG midget, um, such a fun little car to drive. I think weighed next to nothing, and had a standard in it where the clutch was just practically worn out. You didn't even have to really tap the clutch to shift it. It was awesome. Let's see, beard routine changed my life and trying to stay motivated to get into better shape. Right. All right. Yep. Agree. Absolutely agree. Beard care routine helped me think more about my self care, but not in a prideful way. Just a self caring way. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I think it's okay to have you get to that point where it's where you take pride in what you're doing too. So I don't think there's anything wrong with having a little bit of pride there either. Dennis, appreciate you being here. Hope everything is going well. Let's see. So one of the questions I just asked, if you like to input, Dennis, so you're more than welcome to. The habits that quietly changed your life. Um, what's one small habit that made a big difference in your life? And are you working towards a habit that you're trying to build right now? We had a Mini Cooper in Scotland, fun little car. Yep. I haven't driven one of the Mini Coopers, but When I started my new position, I stopped snacking as much and getting up and walking around, and I'm down 25-ish pounds. There you go. There you go. Learning about my wife's health issues and what we could do to be more productive. There you go. And you know what? And that's an educational thing too. I mean, some of us, we've had those hard manual labor jobs, and our bodies are just kind of, certain parts of our bodies are a little more worn out than others, and we just need to find other ways to stay active and to, and to keep and to be healthy. So absolutely, getting the education and creating those habits. Absolutely. Good job. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. How you doing? Yep. 'Cause I know you were close to hitting a mark. So yep. Hope you're doing well there. Starting off the day immediately accomplishing something has helped me make the bed and make the bed and get right into the morning routine with the animals. There you go. And you know what? Even in when you run into a point where your mind is constantly running. I mean, you might be depressed. Um, you might be going through some things. Sometimes getting up and making the bed is one of the hard things to do. But I think that can also be seen as a stepping stone of getting better. So absolutely. Um, I'm working to take more care of my beard as it's growing. Thank God, I want to have a beard as long as my brother-in-law's. He has a good 4 years head start on me. Well, hey, you know what? That's what we're all about here: is creating those good habits of self care and learning on what to do and what not to do to take care of your beard. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask anytime. In the channel description, you can find my email, you can find my Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. All that is in there. I will say that I am more active as far as chat. I'm more active on Instagram. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me anytime or ask them in the chat. Um, let's see. If I'm not mistaken, you mentioned last Saturday, I believe it was, you mentioned that you had trimmed your beard because of the itch. So we would definitely like to help get you the information to where you can really push through that, because you got that, and then you got the awkward phase, and then by the time you get through that awkward phase, you're going to be so used to taking care of your beard that when those little things adjust, because as you grow, you hit a couple of those awkward phases, but you already know what to do by the time you get to the next one. So let's see. Aaron, now you got to start walking and riding a bike too. Yep, yep. I don't have my bike here. I don't even think I have my bike anymore, to be honest. But definitely going to start walking. I think me and Kay are going to go for a walk. Yeah, either later on tonight or in the morning. I am off for the next couple days, so kind of want to keep that cardio going, keep my legs moving even on my days off. So let's see. Yep, I'm holding steady at 50 pounds lost, working towards that 100 thing. I think I'm at my plateau. Just got to shake things up. There you go, man. Hey, man, I'm really proud of you. I know you mentioned at the beginning of the year when we did our New Year's live stream, or just after New Year's live stream, or after, you were mentioning that you have a goal, and man, I'm really happy for you and proud of you that you hit that goal, and we are rooting on for the next 50 for you, man. All right, Kenny, are you is that one of the things that you're doing, Kenny? Are you tracking your calories? Uh, yeah, it is awesome. Uh, the best habit I have for getting for getting productive is to wake up early-ish and open the curtains, and I swear it's like a brain check for productivity, right? And sometimes sometimes when you get up, the last thing you want to do is open up the blinds and let that sunlight in. But once you do, you start getting that vitamin D, you start waking up, you start wanting to be productive and start getting things going. So, yep, I agree. Uh, right, absolutely. That's key right there. You gotta keep your beard washed, exfoliate, with a polished beard comb, a good daily, gentle daily wash. If you're using shampoo, that can definitely dry out your skin more. So a gentle daily beard wash, a Chicago comb, Kent comb, or a polished comb in general, and adding oil to your beard while it's damp. That's going to help you a lot, especially if you get into that itchy face. Does anxiety count as cardio? I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't think so, but depends on how much that anxiety has you running in circles, Romy. Let's see. No, Chris did for a while, but seemed like I was still too hung up on food. Quit tracking the calories, just started eating healthier and not feeling like I was required to eat 3 meals a day. Right. And I think that's where I have one of those issues as well is I don't typically eat 3 meals a day. I know I should, and it kind of helps break things up, but I rarely ever eat breakfast. Once in a while, I'll eat lunch, but typically it's dinner. But yeah, Romy, if it did, I'd definitely be set. And we got Corey from Weatherbeard. Corey, appreciate you being in here, brother, and all the support. I eat calories; they are great. Yep, yep. Uh, for the itch, put the beard oil on the skin, and it will be about 6 months with the awkward stage, give or take, pushing through. Yeah, everybody's different on the awkward stage. Once you get to the awkward stage, we can talk about heat to help you get through that awkward stage. Because uh, for me, it was when it got about a half inch to an inch off the chin, it started to dip. And you guys can see it in my older videos, where that beard dip is there, and it took me a minute to figure out how to get through that. And just knowing that continuing to grow is going to add that gravity to it and start pulling it down to make it to where it's a little more feasible. Uh, uh, Romy, if you find it does, let me know. One of the best things is drink lots of water. It keep you feeling full. Absolutely. And I noticed that when I was drinking the amount of water that I should be drinking, is I didn't feel as hungry. Not to mention, Dennis, that is another pointer right there. You got to make sure you're staying hydrated, drinking plenty of water. As if you're not getting enough water into your system, your body is going to pull it from whatever. Your body will pull that water from whatever it deems unnecessary, and one of the first things it will pull from is your hair and your beard. Let's see. Instagram born bearded Dave. I think I am. No, I'm not too far behind. Okay. Thank you, babe, for putting that up there. Let's see. I just don't have to find out what works for you. Uh, I go the full bodybuilder route and weigh everything I cook at home, scale and gram. Not necessary. Right, but if it's a habit that you got into, then hey, it's worth it. If it's a habit that got into and that's helping you, more power to you, man. Absolutely. Corey, one of these days I'm gonna be able to catch another one of your lives. Feel like it's been forever. Right, and that's one of the things that I've been having a hard time with lately is getting in on these lives with Corey and Corey from Weatherbeard, and then Chris from TNBC, and getting on these earlier live streams. Excuse me for just a moment, guys. Sorry about that, guys. But but yeah, being that I'm working till 10 a.m. Normally it was like, okay, I'm just starting work. I have time to sit in the office for a little bit and get some of these lives in, and man, I've been kind of missing them. So Jay says, no, anxiety is not cardio, or I'd have great abs. Yeah, me too. Does jumping to conclusions count as exercise? Nope. Nope. Don't think that one's going to work neither. Log everything. Chronometer app which tracks the macros, calories, vitamins, minerals. Nice. Very nice. I used to not eat breakfast until I found high protein yogurt. Nice. Actually cooking some apple cinnamon empanadas in the air fryer right now. That actually sounds pretty good. That actually sounds pretty good. And Viking Papa says that he exercises caution. Alicia, it's okay. I go live every day. Yep. Let's see. I'm not encouraging or discouraging this for anyone else, but the best habit I had for weight loss was eating once a day. I'm sure it helped that I typically ate, and then it was a huge salad though, right? And it definitely matters what you're eating as well. Yep. Tara, appreciate you being here. Hope everything is going well with you, Chris, and Finn tonight. At least I can't eat breakfast. If I eat too early, it makes me nauseous. Dang, Chris, but if it works for you, do it. My day used to revolve around food. I worked in the fast food industry for 14 years. I try to stay away from processed and fast foods, no bread, just water. Right. See that, and with me, I found that I can't just completely starve myself of carbs. Um, if I do and then I have them, I have a reverse reaction to it. So it's just kind of, yeah, I don't think about it all that much. I'm not real big on breads and pastas to begin with. Sure, I like it, but it's not one of those things that I have to have. My biggest thing are the starches, like potatoes. Love potatoes, and I think when I was doing the diet last year or year before last, that was the hardest thing was the potatoes, the starches. Let's see. Yep, the OMAD is an amazing tool once you get used to it. Okay. Did I see a chronometer? The best food tracking app. Yep, that's what he was talking about. Yep. Yep. Same here. Yep. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I also thought salads were healthy, but were actually causing me stomach problems. But eating salads altogether. Interesting. What kind of salads were you eating? Egg salads? Interesting. Kenny, that was about cause the issues. I don't know, just the regular salads with ranch. Yeah, high fiber. High fiber maybe wasn't like. Yep. Yeah, and that's kind of thing too. That's kind of my thing. I like the iceberg. I do. I love making a big old salad. There's stuff included, lots of black pepper. Yeah, and I do too. I can eat a salad all day long. I can be content. All right. You know, I know what that means, but I am mine has gone blank. Oh, K cups. That's right. That's right. K cups. Yep. Thank you, babe, for helping me with my tired and foggy brain. Yes, the alien is in the building. Now if we go for to get a steak, it's just a steak, no salad, no potato, no fries. Yeah, that's the hard thing for me is I absolutely love potatoes. I fry them, bake them, you know, boil them any way you want to do them, mash them. I love potatoes. Uh, I've also noticed I drink a lot more water since I started working the majority of the week from home. I guess it's easier to access the water. Yep. It's the lamest this fall time. Right. I agree. There's not much as far as health benefits to it, but uh, breads and taters. Yeah, taters. Potatoes, taters. Yep, love taters. Breads. I do like bread, but I don't have to have it. I'm not. It's like kind of like people that really love those. Uh you love pasta. I'm pasta's never really been a big thing for me. I can have it or not. I do crave it from time to time, but it's mostly like Kay's lasagna or something like that. I'll crave, but yeah, her potatoes are a superfood. Food segue. Room retire. Yep. Crunchy water. Yep. I can never eat bread. I make too much homemade bread to stop eating it. Potatoes are great for you. Yep. It's the starches, but yeah. Yep. More potassium than a banana too. Yep. Yep. Agreed, Tara. It doesn't even taste good. Just my fave is 50-50 spring mix and spinach. Yep. I eat at least two potatoes every single day. A fried, baked, no butter, still delicious and definitely a superfood in my book. There you go. All about the protein. It went to carnivore and made all the difference. Protein, fat, and water. Yeah, and that's kind of where what I was working on with my when I was doing the diet was more of a carnivore based diet. But then I realized I couldn't just completely cut out the carbs. That's yep. I love salads too, by the way. Yep. Potatoes. Yep. Going full Golem, Dave. I don't know. Maybe potatoes. Yep. Potatoes of fire. Respect it. Yep. Uh, Sex Kitty. I wonder if it was a specific component that you could swap out. Maybe Samwise. Health dessert. Baked sweet potato. Sprinkle some cinnamon. Drizzle of peanut butter. Doesn't sound too bad. I do like sweet potatoes. Um, and peanut butter. I'm not one that's real big on cinnamon. I think I got cinnamoned out when I was younger, and yeah. Let's see here, taters, precious. Haven't had red meat in about 10 years now. Okay, I love a good protein bowl. I think I'm gonna like the odd one out. I like iceberg lettuce. I do too. And I don't mind the green leaf, red leaf lettuces and things like that. But you know, I guess what I'm not fond of is the salads where it looks like I went out to the tree and just pulled some leaves off. That's not for me. So does Dave. It's his favorite. The only other acceptable lettuce for him is romaine. Romaine is good too. I do like romaine too. Yeah. I thought I had IBS cut out a lot of the foods when I started the weight loss journey. I went all salad and it was terrible. With the opposite way and perfect now. Not sure what it was. Huh. Sweet potatoes, butter, and salt. Yep. I remember us having them. We'd go ahead and bake them. And yep. Excuse me, guys. I need to. Mouth is a little dry. There we go. All right. Assuming it was the lettuce. I'm almost there too, Abe. All right. Arugula, huh? Um, is arugula the one that tastes like dirt? Zachary, appreciate you being here. Hope all is going well. You caught us right in the middle of a food segue here, talking about salads and stuff like that. Yep. Peppery dirt. Tastes peppery. Yep. Let's see. All right, guys. Let's see. All right, guys. Let's since I mean, this could definitely be part of the food segue as well, I believe. The simple things that make life better. Examples would be, a good coffee, quiet mornings, good conversations, a solid routine, or getting outside. What are some things that makes your day even better every time? What are some simple things that make your day better every time? I can't drink iced tea because it tastes like dirt and twigs to me. Okay. Getting wild at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday talking about salad, right? And hey, you know what? It works. It's all good. On here and on the Bearded Kin, we typically get into a food segue from time to time. Beet two taste like dirt. Nana used to grow them and make us eat them, right? Kale salads about every day. Coffee and a good book. Yep, yep. Again, what are some simple things that makes your day better every time? Excellent coffee and a quiet morning. Yep. I can talk salads every day, all day, every day. Yep. Yep. Hearing a good tune, right? And sometimes that good tune just kind of sets your mood for the day, right? Right. Yeah, Jesus. Yep. Yep. Also tired. Also the tired snuggles and good mornings from the boys. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely agree with that. Snuggles. I Snuggles. I know not the answer anyone's looking for, but oh well. And a rainy day. Yep. Yeah. Sometimes those rainy days just kind of hit different, right? Exactly. That's the best one. Yep. Mm. Glad I'm not alone, Alicia. Yep. Dancing with Finn to I'm Blue. Da ba dee. Yep. 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 I don't know what it is. You and Jay both trying to get me singing. Let's see. Jesus always hanging with kids and getting more sleep. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Started my day off praying, Bible reading. Yep. That helps with your meditation. It helps set your mood. It helps with, just kind of get your day going. All right. There you go. Whatever happened to Finn's food adventures? Rainy day with a good horror movie for me. All right. I take refuge in the mother too. Yep. Let's see. Leisure was that an offer? I'll take that. Yep. All right, guys. All right, that was a good one too. Let's see. All right, guys. So let's just talk a little bit about brotherhood, right? Yeah, that's what the community is about, and that doesn't exclude the ladies in here at all either. But let's have a little conversation about why guys need other guys to talk to, why community matters, the value of having people that show up for you. What does brotherhood mean to you? Uh, get ready for the hey, yep, salad with chicken and some strawberry vinaigrette. Nice. Wait, who's snuggling who? So I'm trying black coffee with honey brewing it at the moment. Get away from the store creamer. Yep. Um, Kay, some drop that gave me PTSD threw me off everything. I just have to get back on it. Okay. Whose bed? Hey, whose bed has your boots been under? My own. Hanging with the other half and chilling with the boy, and if a good coffee is involved, even better. Yep. So full of chemicals, Jay. Try good half and half, heavy cream. Yep. Strawberry Spanish is the way to go. You get me singing all the time, Jay. Let me see here. Black iced coffee year round for me. Men are loners by nature, but really need companionship. I agree. Um, Brotherhood means a lot to me. I grew up as an only child, no siblings. Okay. Yep. And as guys, we need to have that brother to talk to, and that's why a community is so important, and that's why I love this community as much as I do. Um, I just saw Chris say he'll take it, and I was like, what I miss? Had to go back. At Brotherhood of Snuggles with K. There you go. Only child too. Yep. Through Norterra, I never got to reach out, but that Oodgasm butter is amazing and really enjoy the oils and everything. The wash and the conditioner are really good too. Yep. Yeah, some great products, guys. So I mean, we had quite a few of the company owners popping in here from time to time, and I really do support them. They have great products. They have great washes, and yeah, I can't say enough about the company owners that are in here too. So, you guys ever have any questions on products? definitely let me know, and I'll let you know whether or not I've tried them. Yep. Brotherhood is an absolute necessity. Having someone to talk to outside of your relationship is key. Right. And I agree. And sometimes that opens it up to where, okay, I've said it. I've said it, I've got it off my chest, and now, you know, and now I feel more comfortable talking about it. And sometimes it takes that just to be able to open up more, even with your significant other. Yeah. I used to have more close friends. As we grew up, we lost contact. Right. Right. I say that I'm black sheep of the family. Yep. Awesome, Liz. Glad that you like the scent. It's a very unique. So I love to hear that. Yep. It led to a very creative imagination. I'm basically never bored when I'm alone. So it did have some benefits, Alicia. Yep. My brother ignored me mostly. Held way too much inside over the last 30 years, and it took it all. Yep. And it took a toll, right? And it does. And but yeah, having that brotherhood, that community that we can go into and just say, hey, and that's what I strive for on this channel. It's okay to come in here and say, hey, uh, I'm not okay. I'm here for conversation. I'm here to be picked, lifted. I'm here to be encouraged to push on. It's not about pushing forever. It's about pushing through tomorrow. Um, Day at a time, guys. Um, but it's having that community to talk to. It's having that brotherhood there. It's so important. All right. All right, guys. So I think we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a segue here. Let's see, real quick. Let's see. Brotherhood is important because sometimes you need people to talk to and never know what people are going through. And maybe you could help someone through a struggle and uh, that maybe you went through. Absolutely. And I say that a lot. Your story could be the light. Yeah, it could be the light down the tunnel that somebody else didn't know was there. Um, your story could be encouraging. It can let somebody know, hey, somebody else has been through, what I'm currently going through, and absolutely agree with that. Uh, Maybe in a bit, but I wanted to let you guys know, the guys that were not here on Saturday. I'm very proud of Miss K for the Busy Bee Collective. So I really wanted to showcase these again, let you guys know she still has these available. These are available in limited quantities, but this is her Roots and Reverence collection. Um, this is the Rooted in Strength and Inspired by Celtic Tradition. And these are amazing cups, guys. She really outdid herself on these, and they would work well as a matching set. And it's they're beautiful. So if you guys have a chance, make sure to check out busybeecollective.com. And if nothing else, just check them out. If they're not for you, they're not for you. I believe she said that she had 17 of each when it started. I think she's got a couple of them sold already. So be sure to check those out, and don't be afraid to use the Bearded Kin. I'll put that in here. Let's see. Use Bearded Kin at busybeecollective.com to save 10%. And yeah, but I mean, they're beautiful designs. She did so well on these. And yeah, keep in mind, if that's not for you, she also does customs. And I'm very proud of her for really launching this business and doing what she can to, to just give back to the community. So I'm very proud of her for that. And I was really impressed with these. So make sure to check them out, guys. All right. So somebody said another food segue. Until somebody brings up another food segue, let's see what else we can bring up. Let's see. What is the best movie that you guys have watched recently? Best movie that you guys watched recently? Chris, I'm excited too. Gonna try recording, make yours tomorrow, and get some content out of it. Either way, it should go out tomorrow. Gonna make some sandwich bread tomorrow. Nice. The food segue. And Miss K, it is Caroline. Yep, that is one of her favorites right there. Yep. Haven't watched a movie in a long while. Okay. Let's see. It could be a movie or a hmm, let's see a maybe a TV series that maybe you watched through. How about a TV series? What is one of your favorite TV series that you guys have gone through lately? Right. The last new movie that we watched, it's been a little while. Actually watched Sonic with the boys. Nice. One of my favorites was Longmire. Okay. My other half and I love Outlander and Shrinking. Nice. 911, it was amazing, and I rewatched the Brazilian Isles. Nice. We just watched Austin Powers with the boy going to school saying, "Yeah, baby." Outlander is one of my favorites, and Yellowstone. You know what? Was it Outlander that we watched, or was it The Outsider? We just got done watching The Outsider, so okay. I've been watching the show Blacklist on and off. Okay. Yeah, we recently watched Outsider on Max. Really, yep, it was good. It was good. I watched War Machine on Netflix. It was pretty good. Nice. Blacklist is great. Watched Sonic 1 and 2 yesterday with Rise. Nice. Fallout. Swan Song with Muhammad Ali. Nice. Uh, they're not bad movies. Okay. Gilmore Girls is the ultimate comfort show. Yep. I tell you what, anybody had any Gilmore Girls trivia? She probably get you on it. She definitely knows that series. I always watch Gilmore Girls, Friends, and Glee when I get the chance. One of my favorites still. Even now after I've seen the complete series several times is Supernatural. I keep going back to that, and just that I think it's that brotherly that brotherly bond that they have that's really pulled me into it the first time. So I really do still enjoy watching those. So let's see. That would whoop everyone. My other half loves love Golden Girls and could murder anyone in a trivia with it. It's just Paradise and Beauty on Hulu. Supernatural is great. I've watched every season 2+ times. Yep. Supernatural, Dave. Hate they took it off Netflix. You know what? Check out Peacock because it is on there. It seems like a lot of the ones that they've recently pulled are going to Peacock now. And I have every intention on just buying the whole set on like Vudu. That way I have it whenever I want to watch it. So let's see. Yes, I knew I liked Kiki. What did I miss? Oh yeah, yep. Those Gilmore Girls, yep. Sex in the City, but it's definitely not appropriate when the boys are awake. Yep. I got her the complete series and the new one they came out with. Yep. Yep, they just recently added it too. And Gilmore Girls, I believe. Yep. The Smashing Machine on HBO Max and enjoy the Pit. Nice. I have to look into those. Because we're actually looking for another series to watch and get into. Twilight Zone. You know what? I started watching those, and one that I actually have on that I started watching again. There's a couple, and I haven't really gone back to them yet. But X-Files, I started watching those again, and The Wonder Years. The Wonder Years. Yep. I started watching those again, and we kind of set them aside. Don't want to blow through them too fast, but yeah. Let's see. Twilight Zone is good. The original Twilight Zone is amazing. Yep. Yep. Seeing teasers of a return, but I think they're bogus. Of what's that, Kenny? The return of Supernatural. OG Twilight Zone was awesome. Never seen any others. Yep. And then there was the Alfred Hitchcock as well. Yep. Looking forward to Spaceballs too. I've been hearing about that one. I haven't heard it as to when it's supposed to release, but I have been hearing about it. Unsolved Mysteries. Yep. I think those are the ones that me and Kay we just call those leg bone. It was I guess we were sitting there and they were going through one of the episodes and it just kind of came up that instead of just saying part of somebody's leg or some there was a part of somebody's femur or whatever. It just they found a leg bone, so that just kind of stuck with us. We just call them leg bone now. Unsolved Mysteries, yeah, Supernatural. I've been seeing a lot on it, but I don't know, man. I think they would love to do another season just to kind of just for the fans and everything else. And I know that they love doing the show. I mean, hell, they went 15 seasons, and that's a lot of seasons for a series. And they'll both be in the final season of The Boys, Kenny. So there's that. Yeah, I heard that they were on The Boys. I started watching The Boys, and I think I got about a season in, maybe a couple of episodes through the second season, and I just, for some reason, I just lost interest. So, best horror show from the last 5 years. Watch From. Okay. OG Twilight complete series. Yep. The Boys, April 5th. Another one I could watch over is Stargate SG-1, but not many people are into that or into sci-fi. Yep, I think you're speaking Aaron's language right there. I think he really, really enjoyed that one. And another one was God, this one was a long time ago. Was it Quantum Leap? That was a pretty good show too, way back then. Baseball 2 is planned for 2027. It's very similar to Twilight Zone. Back in the day, Miss Stargate, Tales from the Crypt. Love that show. Yep. Star Trek. They discovered a leg bone in the yard. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just use medical terminology. Yeah, it just kind of stuck. Leg bone. Yep. Yep. Tales from the Crypt. It's so good. Let's see. I love my name. I loved My Name is Earl. Probably watched them all 6 times. Nice. Jared, really do think Stargate is coming back out, but a different time frame with new characters. Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing it, to seeing what's going on with that one. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Has anyone seen Simon Birch? That movie gets me every time. Not a Star Trek guy. We grew up watching Star Trek with Dad. Ever since we were little. Um, I can't tell you how many times we watched Wrath of Khan. It's just the movies, the series. The one where the flying Egg-Foo Young is getting stuck on Spock's back. And that's what it looked like anyway. And yep, yep, yep. Quantum Leap I grew up on. Yep, it was a good one. The newest rendition was pretty good. Yep. And you're starting to see all kinds of different little teasers and with AI anymore, you can't tell if it's fake or not. It's like Knight Rider. They're pulling Kit out of a wrecking yard or whatnot. Things like that. You see all that, and then you see you know Airwolf and stuff like that. There's been so many of the old classic ones out there that it's rumored that they're doing another one, but I don't know. It's one of those I'll believe it when I see it at this point. I've been down a rabbit hole of a real Stargate. Big Bang was a great show. I enjoyed watching those. Yep. Jay, they got the idea from somewhere, right? No Star Trek for me either. Was always Star Wars guy. Absolutely Star Wars here as well. Uh, uh, or Star Trek guys, right? Star Wars or Star Trek guys. Yep. I'd say a little bit of both, but I definitely lean more towards Star Wars. Not actually a Star Wars guy either. Actually, okay. Uh, which makes me talk like a baby in a notebook. She forgot how much. She forgot how much he loved her. Yeah, right. Two movies if you want to cry: The Cure and The Secondhand Lions. Secondhand Lions, two of my favorite movies of all time. Lightsabers all day. I'll duel anybody. I don't know, Jay. I got a couple of them, just a couple. The new Knight Rider was terrible. Yeah, but I heard that we're actually going to redo it with um, oh my mind went blank with the original um, Michael Knight. I can't remember. Uh, what is it? David Hasselhoff. Yeah, yeah. But it's the nostalgia for me with it now. Because Kenny, I haven't seen either, but I remember hearing great things about the secondhand line. I'll have to check them out. Yep. Guys, it just never really pulled me in at all. Yep. I can get that. Yep. The Cure is a great flick. Robert lightsaber battle at Buckeye. I'm gonna have to get some cheapy ones, and we might do that. But I'm gonna have to get some of the cheapy ones because these are every wall in my room has at least 1 to 3 lightsabers on it. So, yep, Hasselhoff. Yep, that's what was being shown anyway. Now, whether that was AI or if it was an actual thing, I don't know. I highly recommend Dave. Will like secondhand lines. Watch The Cure with him. Though he will know why. That way he'll know why you're crying. Anyone ever seen a horror film called Hide and Seek? I don't even know if I've seen it. Hide and Seek was pretty good, Kay. A twist at the end. Okay. The 3 shows we used to watch with Grandpa religiously was Star Trek, Baywatch, and Superman. Yep. Hashtag nerd. With the glasses and everything, right? All right, guys. Well, we've been going on for an hour and 27 minutes. I think we're going to go ahead and get this, start wrapping it up here soon. First, before we do, let's shout out those small batch companies that y'all have in Beard. Let me know what you guys have in Beard tonight, what company, and what products. For me tonight, I am wearing the Iron Haven for BHT Grooming. This is a mahogany and teakwood. I gotta tell you, I'm really digging this. It's a really nice oil, and I have Deer Hunter butter in. All right, Nerd Unite, De Niro and Dakota Fanning. If that helps, save. Okay. Okay. I think I've seen hide and seek. I think I have, but it sounds familiar. He has seen it, watch it, but apparently it didn't have an impression. That very well could be it, or might have been tired, or just kind of wasn't paying attention as much as I should have. I have Dead Man's Agave Tides in Beer today. Nice. 8-bit year 5. Nice. Yes. True North Chris Kringle, oil and butter. Weatherbeard's Hinoki Heights oil and Weatherbeard unscented butter. Yeah. Speaking of which, Corey, if you're still in here, that last order, man, there's nothing in there I don't like. It is awesome. Small Town Ironwood Reserve. Speaking of small towns, keep your eyes open, guys. Jim's got something special coming out, and I'm really excited for it. Let's see, TMBC Pound Town Oil Butter, Copper John, and Copper John's Lavender Revitalizing Hair Serum and 8-bit Face Serum. Nice. Vanilla Bean Oil from Strong Island Grooming. Nice. Let's see. Salt and paprika. I have Sleeping Bear Oil in by Johnny Ray and Dr. Nick's Butter. Had in Midnight Mass Oil in earlier today. Very nice. Ironwood Reserve. Yep. This one is the Iron Haven. Iron Haven. It's a limited edition, but I really like that. He kind of threw that in off the auction that we were doing for Jay, so it was awesome. Love seeing all the different companies, right? And one of my favorite things about this is I can kind of go through and because I think I've mentioned it before. I do watch through these live streams. That way, I can kind of see if there's any of the chat that I missed, especially during these. That way, it kind of helps me add to that list. Uh, there he goes, ignoring his favorite sister-in-law again. Well, let me go back and see what she was saying. Scrooge by Beard Octane. Gotcha. How is that one? How is that one, Alicia? That way I can ignore your answer. Let's see. Grudgingly. Yep. Yeah, I might have to, we're gonna have to get together and start, start smelling some of these different oils that have come in. I know I've got quite a few coming in, and now you guys have too. So it'd be awesome to get a whiff of them and see what's what. But all right, guys. With all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close out tonight by just reminding you guys that talking about mental health is so important. Remember, we need to break the stigma about talking about mental health. The more we do, the better that the better things can get, and the lower that number can get year to year. Remember, we're here for you guys. If you guys ever need anything, just feel free to reach out. I'm not a doctor, but I have a good ear, and I'm more than willing to listen. And remember, everybody, your mental health is a priority. Your happiness is essential, and your self care is an absolute necessity, guys. And I will see you guys on Saturday with Raised Bearded AA Ron at 9 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. And you guys have a great night. You guys be safe out there with those tornado warnings. Make sure you're keeping your eyes on that, and you guys have yourself ready to go. Tino, you're catching us right at the end of the show, but I appreciate you coming in, brother. And we will catch you guys on Saturday. You guys have a great night. Love you guys.